The point of yoga isn't to tie your body in a knot. It's to use the body to purify and study yourself, beginning with what you can see, your leg in Trikonasana, progressing to what you can't see, your breath, the movement of your mind. Beginning in child's pose, hips to heels, belly to thighs. Take a few moments here to settle into your body, to connect with your breath. To initiate your Ujjayi breath, create a slight restriction in the back of your throat. And now allow your breath to become audible, both on the inhalation and the exhalation. Preparing to rise from here onto all fours. Spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes under, float your hips into your first downward facing dog, bending one knee into the next. Now gradually begin to straighten your legs. Lift the right leg high behind you, bend the knee, let the heel roll over the left hip. Straighten your leg back out behind you, take a big step forward, ankle beneath the knee. Lower your left knee to the ground, point your toes, keep your hands where they are as you straighten your right leg, gazing forward toward your big toe. Now softening back into your right knee, draw the foot back to your mat, the knee forward over the ankle. Tuck your toes under on your left foot to lift the knee, extend the right leg high behind you, and lower your foot back to the ground. Lift the left leg high behind you, bend your knee, let your heel roll over the right hip. Extend the left leg back out behind you. Take a big step forward, ankle beneath the knee. Drop your right knee to the ground, point the toes, keep your hands where they are, straighten the left leg, flexing the left foot back and toward you. And now softening back into the left knee, draw the sole of your left foot back to your mat. The knee forward over the ankle. Tuck your toes under on your right foot, lift the knee, step the right foot forward to join the left. Inhale, heart lifts, exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, arms overhead. As you exhale, hands to heart. Surya Namaskara A, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Palms to the ground, step or hop into high plank, exhale, lower. Inhale, little cobra or upward dog, exhale, back into downward dog for 5 of your very fullest breaths. As always, child's pose is an option here if you need to take a break. Take one more full breath in. At the bottom of your next breath, gaze forward to step or hop between your hands. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, arms overhead. As you exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, extend your arms. Exhale, bow deeply over your thighs. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, step or hop into high plank. Slowly lower. Inhale to rise upward. Exhale back into downward dog for another 5 full breaths. Eyes are open, gazing softly toward your navel. Maintaining a sense of internal awareness while fully aware of what's going on around you. Take one more full breath in. At the bottom of your next breath, gaze forward to step or hop between your hands. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up, arms overhead. As you exhale, hands to heart. Last one, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, palms to the ground, step or hop into high plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward. Exhale, back into downward facing dog. Feel your lungs expand in all directions with your breath. Top to bottom, side to side, front to back. Take one more full breath in. At the bottom of your next exhalation, gaze forward to step, walk, or hop your feet between your hands. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise, arms overhead, gaze to your thumbs. As you exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, extend your arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, palms to the ground, step or hop into high plank, slowly lower. Inhale to rise upward. Exhale, lift the hips, roll over the toes, downward dog. Reaching the right leg out behind you, step the right foot forward, ankle beneath the knee. Dropping your left knee to the ground, point the toes, and now slowly begin to straighten your right leg, getting back into those hamstrings. Feel a little bit of an upward dog action through the spine. Now preparing to sit all the way down onto your left heel. Lower your left sitting bone all the way down onto that left heel. Sit nice and tall. Either hold it here, seated fully upright, or hinge forward from the hips to deepen the stretch through the hamstrings on your right leg. Gazing slightly forward, shoulders stay relaxed, neck in line with your spine. Now, if you've chosen to bow forward, as you inhale, draw your upper body back to center. Bend your right knee, draw the foot to the ground, knee over the ankle. Tuck the toes under on the left foot to lift the knee. Drop your heel, and now straighten your right leg into pyramid pose. Let your hands rest to your shin, your ankle, perhaps to the ground on either side of that front foot. Tuck the right sitting bone back, hips square to the top edge of your mat. Gazing forward toward your big toe. Placing your hands to your hips, inhale to rise. Pivot on your right heel to face the long edge of your mat, toes turn inward. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale, bow forward to plant your palms to the ground in between your feet. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, fold forward. Use your palms against the ground to draw your upper body toward your inner thighs. Gazing softly past the tip of your nose. Keep your hands where they are. Inhale, lift your heart. As you exhale, bow forward. Placing your hands to your hips, inhale, rise all the way up. Prasarita B, inhale, lift your chest, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, bow forward, squeezing the elbows in toward each other behind your back as you fold. Keep your weight forward toward the balls of your feet. Keep the legs straight and strong. As you initiate your next inhalation, slowly rise all the way up. Extend your arms wide to the sides. Warrior 2 to face the top of your mat. Right foot turns forward. Feeling a subtle activation of your core, tucking the belly inward, drawing the rib cage inward. Take one more deep breath in. Sweep the left arm forward, planting your palms to the ground on either side of your front foot. Pop up onto the ball of the back foot. Drop your left knee to the ground. Point the toes. And once again, straighten your right leg. Now this time, preparing to lower your hips to the floor all the way to the inside of that left ankle. So feel free to slip a cushion or a block beneath your hips as you sit back. Place your hands behind your hips, fingertips face forward. As you exhale, press into the left knee, lift your hips from the ground, gazing forward toward your big toe on your right foot. Press a little more firmly into that left knee, lift the hips a little bit higher, and slowly lower. Wiggle your weight forward into your sitting bones. Either hold it here, seated fully upright, or bow forward over your right thigh to deepen the stretch through the hamstrings. Shoulders stay relaxed. Breath stays steady. Now, if you've chosen to fold, slowly make your way back to center. Bend your right knee to draw the sole of your right foot to the ground. Wrap your hands around your right shin, and now seal your lower belly toward the top of your thigh. Either hold it here or catch the arch of your right foot to extend your right leg toward the sky. Keep grounding into your sitting bones. If you've chosen to straighten that right leg, there's no rush, bending the knee, placing your foot back to the ground, and now letting your right knee fall open to the side, sliding the sole of your right foot to your left inner thigh. Twisting to the right hand behind the right hip, left hand to right knee. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to move a little more deeply into your twist. Now let your weight collapse fully into your right palm. Extend your left arm to the sky. Either hold it here, hips to the ground, or rise onto both knees, pressing the hips forward, lifting the heart, head falls back. Take one more deep belly breath in and gently lower all the way back to your mat. Place your palms in front of your right shin and now fold forward just as far as that right hip will allow. Staying in this forward fold, slowly walk your entire upper body around to the right. Draw your lower belly right over top of your right thigh. Either rest on the forearms or your forehead, and now reach particularly long through the left arm, deepening the stretch through the lats along the left side of your upper body. Now preparing to move from here into a posture called Wheel of Life. Lifting your forehead from the ground, walk your hands in toward you just slightly. Thread your right arm underneath the left armpit, easing your right shoulder to the ground, and now roll all the way onto your back. See if you can catch the top of your left foot to tuck the foot a little higher up beside the hip, and then perhaps slide your right foot to the top of the left thigh to deepen the stretch. Reach your arms out overhead to deepen the stretch through the sides of the upper body. Close your eyes and let your entire body relax into this posture. Let gravity do all of the work. Now, if your right foot is resting to the top of your thigh, slowly slide it off. Roll onto your right shoulder, walk your hands forward toward the top edge of your mat. Make your way back into upper plank. As you exhale, lower. Inhale, little cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog for 5 full breaths. Take this opportunity to stretch out the knees, pressing into the heels. Take one more deep breath in. At the bottom of your next breath, step the left foot forward, ankle beneath the knee. Lower your right knee to the ground, point the toes, and straighten the left leg, getting into those hamstrings through the back of the left leg. Now preparing to sit all the way back onto your right heel, walk your hands back toward the hips and lower your right sitting bone down onto your right heel. Sit nice and tall. Either hold it here, seated fully upright, or bow forward from the hips to deepen the stretch through the hamstrings on the left leg. Your choice. And if you've chosen to fold forward here, slowly making your way back to center, rising onto your right knee, bending the left knee, tuck the toes under on your right foot to lift the knee, drop the heel to the ground. Return to pyramid pose, straightening the left leg this time, hands to shin, ankle, or to the ground on either side of your front foot. Tuck your left sitting bone back slightly to square your hips toward the top edge of your mat. Draw your hands to your hips. Inhale to rise. Pivot on the left heel to face the long edge of your mat. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Exhale, interlace your fingers to your lower back. Bow forward, lifting your arms up and away from the back as you fold. Prasarita C. Let your head hang heavily. And as the arms lift, feel your shoulders slide up toward the hips. Feel the neck grow a little bit longer. Take one more big breath in. Lower your hands to your lower back. Place your hands to your hips. Inhale to rise all the way up. Spread your arms wide to the sides. Exhale, fold forward, hands to shins, ankles, or around the big toes if you can reach. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, fold. If you can easily catch your toes, extend the elbows wider to the sides, getting broader across the upper back. Broad across the chest. Keeping your hands where they are as you inhale, lift your chest, find length through your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Place your hands to your hips. Inhale to rise all the way up. Arms wide to the sides, warrior two to face the top of your mat. Gazing forward over the middle finger on your left hand. Take one more big breath in. Sweep the right arm forward, palms to the ground. Pop up onto the ball of the right foot. Drop the right knee to the ground, point the toes, straighten the left leg. And once again, preparing to sit all the way down on the inside of that right foot. Walk your hands back toward your right knee and lower your hips all the way to the ground. Again, slipping a cushion or a block beneath the hips if you need to. Hands behind the hips. As you exhale, press into the right knee, lift the hips high. Gazing toward your big toe on your left foot. One more big breath in. And slowly lower your hips back to the ground again. Sit nice and tall. Either hold it here, seated fully upright, or bow forward over your left thigh to deepen the stretch once again through the hamstrings. Steady, audible breath. If you've chosen to fold, slowly making your way back to center. Bend your left knee, draw the sole of your left foot to the ground, wrap your hands around the left shin, sealing your lower belly to the top of your left thigh. Either hold it here or catch the arch of your left foot to extend that left leg toward the sky. Keep grounding into your sitting bones, gazing toward your big toe on the left foot. If you've chosen to straighten your left leg, again, there's no rush, bending the knee, foot to the ground. Let your left knee fall open to the side. And now taking a twist to the left, place your left hand behind your left hip, right hand to left knee. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, and now exhale to gaze over your left shoulder. Allow your weight to collapse to your left palm, right arm to the sky, lifting the hips, lifting the heart. Head falls back, right arm drops back. Take one more deep belly breath in, and slowly lower your hips back to your mat. Place your palms to the ground in front of your left ankle. Fold forward just as fully as that left hip will allow. And now, staying in this forward fold, slowly draw your upper body around to the left. Draw your lower belly all the way over top of your left thigh. Your arms extend past the long edge of your mat. Now reach particularly long through the right arm this time, deepening the stretch through the lats on the right side of your upper body. Preparing to return to Wheel of Life pose, lift your forehead from the ground and just walk your hands in toward you slightly. This time thread your left arm underneath the right armpit, dropping your left shoulder to the ground. Roll all the way onto your back. If you can, catching the top of your right foot to tuck it a little higher up beside the hip, perhaps hooking the left ankle to the top of your right thigh to deepen the stretch. Arms extend all the way out overhead. Now if you've hooked your left ankle to the top of your right thigh, just let it slide off nice and slowly. And to come out of this posture, rolling onto your left shoulder this time, slowly walking your hands to the top edge of your mat, then stepping all the way back into upper plank. Exhale to lower, inhale to rise upward, and exhale back into downward dog. 5 audible breaths. Feeling all of that length you've created through the hamstrings, reaching into the heels. Feeling the sitting bones spread wide apart. Inhale forward, upper plank. Strong through your core, lower all the way to the ground. And now gently roll over onto your back to hug your knees to your chest. But give your knees a nice tight squeeze. Progressing from here into knee down twist, keep hold of your right knee, straighten your left leg down onto your mat. Reach the right arm to the side, palm down. Gaze to the right, draw the knee to the left. Make sure your right shoulder stays connected to your mat as you roll into the twist. Now drawing your head to center, guide the right knee back, give both knees another squeeze. Switch sides, keeping hold of the left knee, straighten your right leg, left arm to the side, palm down. Gaze to the left, guide your knee to the right. And now drawing your head back to center, draw the left knee back. And give both knees one last squeeze. Release your shins. Catch the inside arches of your feet now for happy baby pose. Position the soles of your feet to face the sky. Separate the heels and the knees a little wider than hip width apart. And now tug down nice and firmly on the arches of your feet. Feel your entire spine flatten to the support of the earth beneath. Release your feet, squeeze your knees back to your chest. And now release the knees, lower your feet to the ground, extend your legs fully down onto your mat for our final posture. Arms resting at your sides, palms open to the sky. Take a big breath in through the nose and an audible breath out through your mouth. Once more, deep breath in through the nose. Empty through your mouth. And now taking a quick scan of your physical body, right from the crown of your head to the tips of the fingers, to the tips of the toes, just to make sure that you're not unconsciously holding tension anywhere. And if so, let it go. And now simply shift your attention back to the flow of your breath each time you're distracted by a thought. Now feel the slightest movement arise through your fingers and toes. Extend your arms out overhead for a full body stretch. Bend your knees, draw your feet to your mat, and now roll all the way onto your right side, resting your head to your upper right arm. Rise from here to a seated, cross-legged position. Drawing your palms to your heart, opening our eyes to each other. Namaste.